Hello guys and welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to be talking to you guys about the September player of the month and who you can invest in terms of players for FIFA 20, who you should buy, and if you're looking to do the SBC yourself, then which players you should kind of invest in. So as you can see here are the couple of I think 8 nominees: Bamford, Calvert-Lewin, Castine, Kane, Lamptey, Mane, Rodriguez and Jamie Vardy. And the two main players really are Jamie Vardy and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So first of all, when is the player of the month going to be released? So down here somewhere it says that before 6 o'clock on Monday, 5th October, we have the chance to vote, and usually what happens is by Friday, so Friday 9th October, they usually release the actual SBC. So we're looking for about Friday 9th before the SBC comes out. So yeah, like I said, the main two, Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored 5 goals, and Jamie Vardy, who's also scored 5 goals. So if we're looking at that, really, who can we invest in? So what I want to do is I want to show you back to FIFA 19, the first player of the month SBC. It was actually Lucas Moura, as you can see, it's got 4 segments to this. It's got a Premier League segment, which is overall rating 80, 11 Premier League players exactly. Then we've got a Tottenham Hotspur one, so meaning the club Lucas Moura played for. That is, I think, an 81 rated segment. We will open that up in a minute. Then we've got a Brazilian one, which was an 82 rated segment, and then the player of the month, which I don't think had a rating for it, but overall it was kind of cheap basically. And what I'm getting at, it was about 82, 81, 80 rated segments. So yeah, so the main thing I want to look at first thing is this Brazilian one, because no matter if Jamie Vardy wins or Dominic Calvert-Lewin wins, there's going to be, well, if there is, like, if it's like this format, there'll be an English kind of segment. So we're looking at English players that are in the region of 80 to 81 or even 79 rated ones players. So if I can get the right tab open here, okay, that's the, alright, let's have a look. The first, alright, yes, first we'll go on to, I've gone for Premier League players rating 80 to 83 and 0 to 5k. So yeah, let's open this one up. Is this the first page? No, we'll go on to the first page and we'll look at a few players. Main players that I'm looking at are players that are from Everton or Leicester and are English, because that way we're gonna get like double. They'll be double in demand, if you understand. So example, we're looking for about into the range of 80 to 83. So English, Harry Maguire, slightly expensive, but at the moment let's carry on going and see if we can find who I'm looking for. Looking for Jordan Pickford. That is absolutely beautiful. 1.2k, cheap for the 81 rated. So I would invest in him because he's English. So like we see in this Lucas Moura segment, he'll fit into that nationality segment, and if there is a club one, the Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he'll fit into that, so he'll be in double demand, if you understand. And actually, if it's a Premier League one like this, exactly 11 players, team overall rating 80, example, it'll be 81 rated, 79 rated, Pickford will still fit into that. So again, that would make him in demand again. Another player that I'm looking at, very, very cheap, was James Milner. Yesterday he was about, you could have picked him up for about 750 if you just bid, and that is a cheap first 80 rated card, 900 coins. You're not, if say example the investment doesn't work out, you're not losing too much. So they are the two main players that I would kind of invest in. And then obviously if we actually look for the clubs, so example Dominic Calvert-Lewin, we're looking at Everton players now. So like we saw on here, let's actually go on to the Brazilian segment. We can get that up. There we go. So the Brazilian segment was an overall rating 82, and you need 3 Brazilian players. So example, this was the Dominic Calvert-Lewin one. Then we need 3 English players. Team overall rating 82. So usually to do an 82 rated thing, you like need a few 83s, a few 82s, and then a few 80s. So Jordan Pickford, James Milner definitely fit that rating, and you will need a few 83s from the Premier League. So let's have a look at who is cheap 83s from the Premier League, and the one that stands out for me is this guy, João Moutinho. about 2.8k. The cheapest, if you compare him to the others, is at least 1k cheaper. Well, Gundogan slightly about 600 coins. But yeah, Joao Moutinho, and then this guy, Martin Dubravka. That is quite cheap for an 83 rated keeper, and I bet he's going to go up in the future. Even if it's not for this Player of the Month SBC, he will go up. So I would invest in those two players, Martin Dubravka and Joao Moutinho. And also another one is Nick Pope, an 82 rated keeper, English again. So like I say, he'll be in triple demand, and he's only 1.4k. That is like what, 200, 300 coins more than Pickford, and it's in a whole one more rating. So yeah, that's the three players that we go for there. So that's the nationality kind of segment done. Then I want to have a look at the club one. So the Tottenham Hotspur one. What were the requirements for here? Alright, okay, that's the Premier League one. Let's have a look if we can get the Tottenham Hotspur one up. So this was actually a FIFA 19 segment. I will show you the FIFA 21 first one, which was Team of Pukki. But we'll get to that. So anyway, Spurs one was minimum 2 Spurs players. So we want minimum, and the overall rating was about 81. So example, you can imagine that, you know, because it's going to be cheap, the maximum it will be is 82. So we want to look at players from the club. So I'm going to look at Everton first. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I've got a feeling he's the slight favourite. So let's have a look at players we could invest into here in around the 82, 83, 81 rated region. So the first player I would recommend, again, like I keep saying, Jordan Pickford. Look at that price if you compare him to the others, and look at his rating, very good. Seamus Coleman, that is alright, but I would go for Gylfi. Well, I would go for Seamus Coleman as well, but I'd rather go for Gylfi Sigurdsson because he's a rare card, meaning if this doesn't work out, you're probably only losing about 50 coins when he's only 800, so that's a very good steal. And then another player is actually Gomez. Here it does say 600, but I yesterday spammed him at about 350 coins, and I was getting him at 350. So I'm going to show you my actual account, and I'll show you exactly what I've been doing, how I've been getting, which players I've been getting, and how much I've been getting them for. So look at that. Jordan Pickford, 900 coins, 900. James Milner, 700. So even if I lose out on this investment, for example, I'm only losing out 50 coins on James Milner, and I bet you he's going to go up. If not today, when in a few weeks, when, you know, like a League SBC will come out, you know, it's guaranteed. Milner, look at the prices I've been picking him up for. Sigurdsson, 650. Wow, that is an absolute steal. I could quick sell him and, you know, make my money back if I wanted to. And then Seamus Coleman, 650. That's the cheapest he's available for. That was a good steal, 650. And Andre Gomez, look at how many I picked up for 350. Again, if I lose out, I can quick sell him, make my money back. And he's a 79 rated, so he'll definitely come into hand in some other SBCs. And Harvey Barnes is for the Jamie Vardy, Leicester City kind of one that I'm going to recommend you guys. And Joao Moutinho, like I say, I recommend you guys to get him. So yeah, that's that done. So yeah, let's have a look at Leicester players that we could invest in. There we go. So like I say, for Leicester City, I would look at Harvey Barnes, even Perez, not bad, 750. So these two players, because they'd fall into that example, even if it was an 81 rated segment, we'd still need a few 79s. An 82 rated segment, we probably wouldn't need 79. So that's where I probably would go with 80s, 81s, and if that's the case, then Yuri Tielemans is the best bet because he fit into all rating SBCs, and he's only 1.5k, very very cheap for an 81 rated. And if he is in one of the SBCs, like even if he isn't in the Leicester one, say Jamie Vardy doesn't win it, he'll probably come handy in the Premier League SBC. So I would invest in him if you are looking for an investment in that kind of sense. So that's that done. So let's go back to the Lucas Moura SBC. That's that done. Okay. And then just have a quick look at the Premier League SBC. Premier League plays exactly 11, and team overall rating 80. And as you can see, like if there's a nationalities kind of thing, maximum 3. Look at how many English players I've used. So, for example, Harvey Barnes would have come into use. You know, Jordan Pickford, Nick Pope, stuff like that. You know, Gylfi Sigurdsson I've used there. Giroud actually this year I think he's a 79 rated. So, but that's kind of what we're looking to do. And then there was one last segment, which I think is the player of the month. Let's just have a look at what that kind of was. There we go. There was no rating to this, so this is just, you know, you can't really prepare for this one. And then I just want to have a quick look at Timu Puki's one. Timu Puki, if I remember correctly, is two of them are 82 rated segments. So again, you know, Premier League players 82, 81s, 80s, and I reckon it'll be somewhere along this where it'll be 2 to 3 segments because it's right at the first week of FIFA. So if I can actually get this open right at the beginning, and let's have a look here. Come on, open it up. I want to see the full segments. There we go, about there. There we go. So we have a Premier League one, that was an 82 rated segment, and another 82 rated segment. So this one was one Premier League player overall rating 82, chemistry was about 75. So yeah, that's how to kind of prepare for this SBC, guys. If you found it helpful, make sure you leave a like. Check out my other SBC videos and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.